Okay, so have you heard about North Carolina's House Bill 2 law? If not, I can explain to you. House Bill 2 is a bathroom law which it connects with your birth certificate, not your current gender, your birth certificate. So, what it basically boils down to is, if you're born a man, you have forced to use the man's bathroom. If you're born a woman, you go to the woman's bathroom. But for the LGBT community, it's a bit more difficult than you realize. You're born a man, you convert to a woman, you're still going to the man's bathroom. You're born a woman, convert to a man, you're still using the woman's bathroom. And this is supposed to prevent this rape culture? No. It's not going to prevent rape culture, it's going to encourage rape culture. So, yeah, this law is incredibly crap to begin with. I mean, so much crap is on it. You would have to wipe it on your butt and then flush it down the toilet. That's how bad this law is. And not only is this stupid, but it's unenforceable. You cannot tell people who are a man or a woman where to go just because their birth certificate is a little different from what they look like right now. So, how is this going to be encouraged? No, not only is this a bad idea, and it's also a useless one, but many corporations have been bailing out of North Carolina. The NBA, who had their All-Star Weekend in Charlotte in 2017, they're out of there. The NCAA, they've had several championship/tournament games as neutral sites going to be there, including the NCAA basketball tournament's first and second rounds. And now the ACC has decided to move their conference championship games from North Carolina, perhaps down to Georgia, perhaps down to South Carolina, maybe down to Florida. So, this law is not really a bad idea, it's also a useless idea, but it's turned away several different companies and different corporations, and guess what? The people don't care about that. What they want is people to listen to them. So the North Carolina GOP is just being stupid. You have a useless law, you have no idea how to encourage it, and by all means, you're losing millions and millions of dollars of revenue. And if people don't care about that, so let North Carolina go bankrupt. Then we'll see who the laughingstock is, and why this law is such a bad idea, and why it needs to be flushed down the toilet. Because this is the crappiest law I have ever heard. Now, as the update to the protests that Colin Kaeprnick has started, it has been growing significantly. You've had the Miami Dolphins, the Philadelphia Eagles, the Seattle Seahawks. There are plenty of other teams who are now either kneeling, sitting, or black power to protest the national anthem of the United States of America, which they are encouraged to do. And yet there are so many people, there's even the police, who are saying that this is a dishonor to them. Oh, wait, a dishonor to them. Who are they being dishonorable to? Because they're voicing their First Amendment right.
It's fun to do.
So, the opponents of the Kaepernick stance, or the Kaepernick kneel, are protesting the First Amendment right. They are making their First Amendment right against the First Amendment right. If that makes any sense to you, tell me how. Because here you have people who are burning jerseys of your fellow players. Brandon Marshall for one. I mean, what did he ever do? And now you've had the latest incident down in Tulsa, Oklahoma, involving Terrence Crutcher. Now, he was a 40-year-old guy who had broken down in the middle of the highway, flat tire, something wrong with the tire. All of a sudden, police come, They tell him to put his hands up. He does. He still gets tasered, and then he gets shot in the chest. And if you saw the video, and I'm going to put the link on here, if you see the video, the police never give him any medical attention. They let him die on the floor. What was his crime? Having his car break down in the middle of the highway. That was his crime. Now you know why there are people who are protesting Black Lives Matter. Because these are people who are supposed to protect and serve us, and yet they're going out and murdering black people just for the fact that they're black. Oh, what's the biggest law that they've committed? Oh, disrespect to the officers. Let's do it. How do you disrespect an officer? We've had multiple shootings from the white police, or sometimes black police, to the black people who have done nothing wrong. There's even, going back earlier this year, with that one Florida man who's a counselor, who's trying to help this autistic guy who wasn't doing anything but play with his toy truck. Police tell him to get on the ground, He never does. Someone shoots him, the cops shoot, but they hit the guy on the ground. He's on his back, his hands are up, and he's shot in the leg. And the officer at that time says, the guy who got shot says, "Why'd you shoot me?" And the officer's going like, "I don't know. I was supposed to shoot that guy, right?" The police training is incredible, to say the least. It's unbelievable how much training or lack thereof they're getting. These are supposed to be the people who are supposed to protect us, and yet they're going out and committing these murders. So, who are we safe with? And believe me, I'm just trying to figure this out myself. And I'm not doing this because I support Black Lives Matter, because it's more than that. It's more than just, I saw an innocent person. Oh, I'm going to walk off the way. Because I'm a white guy who deserves to have a gun. Now, I know there's also the latest incident in North Carolina involving another black man who got shot by white police. But that investigation is still ongoing, and we're still getting details at this point. So until we get the full details about what happened down there in North Carolina, I'm not going to comment on that. I don't think anyone else is going to either. There have been protests down there, but maybe that's been blown out of proportion. What happened in Tulsa, that is completely illegal, if I would say so. Unprofessional by the officers. His car broke down, and yet he gets shot in the process. What did he ever do to you? I'm sorry. Did he disrespect you some way? He had his hands up. He put them on top of the car, on top of his SUV. And still, taser, shot. No medical. So, are we still not getting it? This bias against the black people, this bias that has been going on for over 400 years, since Francis Scott Key put down the fact that put down the slaves in his Star Spangled Banner. Yeah, believe it or not, he did put slaves into that. Francis Scott Key was a racist, yet we didn't discuss that back in the 1700s. And yet still, 400 years later, we have not learned anything. We have not done anything to stop it. We are still being race baiters. And I think it's time to stop. So, and Colin Kaepernick is leading this charge. He's a second string quarterback, but still, he is making this first string voice for changes in the law. And there are veterans who are supporting it. They know Colin Kaepernick does not sit down against the national anthem. He's making this protest for change. And if people don't get this change, they need to get the fuck out of America. Because this is not appropriate.